Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister for Finance.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. 5 years ago on this very day, a person who described herself as an insignificant girl from Guyra gave her valedictory speech in the House of Representatives. Just recently, that same person, Kay Elizabeth Hull, was deservedly recognised by being made a Member of the Order of Australia, AM, in the Queen's Birthday Honours. Far from being insignificant, Kay has devoted herself to public service, a lifetime of helping others. This fearless and passionate advocacy has continued since she retired as Member for Riverina in 2010. In her final speech to Parliament, Kay used the well-known saying, "It is not the size of the dog in the fight. Rather, it is the size of the fight in the dog." Never a truer word was said. Barely 5 feet tall, Kay is a pocket-sized dynamo. The many highlights of her political career include helping to not only keeping Wagga Wagga's Royal Australian Air Force Base at Forest Hill open, but indeed expanding it, being instrumental in the establishment of Regional Express Airlines after the 2001 collapse of Ansett and with it the subsidiary Kendall, and being a driving force in securing dentistry and veterinary science schools at Charles Sturt University. She chaired the Standing Committee on Family and Community Affairs, which inquired into and handed down a groundbreaking and timely report on child custody entitled "Every Picture Tells a Story." Presently, Kay is chairing the first female to do so, the Australian National Council on Drugs, a peak body which has the onerous task, amongst other things, of tackling the scourge of ice in our communities. This evil drug is particularly prevalent in regional areas. Kay was never afraid to speak her mind, to stand up for her beliefs, even if it meant going against the tide. She crossed the floor against the sale of Telstra in 2005. She was just as determined and vocal about the abolition of the single wheat desk in 2008. Her advocacy on behalf of people living with HIV/AIDS has been important. Her personal journey to help and adopt an Ethiopian family torn apart by tragedy is truly heartwarming and inspiring. As her former advisor and longtime friend Joe Dennis once wrote, "This unbelievable commitment, relentless pursuit of justice, determination and values of the highest community standard have inexplicably changed the life of this extended African family forever, inspiring countless others to what can be achieved and when the human spirit determinedly overcomes the unachievable." John Sullivan, another former member for Riverina, was awarded an OAM for his services to local government and the Narrandera community. At the age of 86, he's still a current councillor on Narrandera Shire. He's a past mayor, a former state member for Sturt. He is currently on a number of committees for Australia Day, Wetlands and Narrandera Shire Improvement. And lastly, but certainly by no means leastly, I'd like to mention Rick Firman, Mayor of Temora, awarded an OAM for his tireless advocacy on behalf of Temora and the wider Riverina community. "We do what we do because we love it," he said. He's only 40. We've still got a lot more to come from Rick Firman. He's a champion, and I applaud all three medal winners.